Okay, so here we will cover neurons. Neurons are the nervous cells, so to speak, that make up the nervous system. There are three main types of neurons that make up the nervous system: sensory, intermediate, and motor. Sensory relay the stimuli that causes a receptor cell to send a message to the intermediate, which catches the receptor's message and sends a command message, so to speak, to the effector. The motor neuron takes this message from the intermediate and to the effector and causes the effector to create a response. So, let's cover them. Sensory. Senses fanning, so to speak. You can remember it like that. So there will be some sort of stimuli for a textile or a nocistile. Nocistile means pain. Textile means touch of some sort. Anyhow, either way, the receptor cell will catch it on. It will enter through the dendrites, and because it is a one-way message, right? And it is going in to the CNS, it is called efferent. The opposite, so going out of the CNS, would be efferent. Now, the cell consists of the dendrites, axon, and on the axon a myelin, which is basically these sorts of cells that are made up of primarily fats and act as insulators that wrap themselves around it. So for example, if you ever seen in a surgery how when there is a cut and you can literally see the neurons and it's white, that's the myelin. The myelin is white. Don't worry, that won't be in the exam. Anyhow, the messages then travel through the axon up into the cell body where it contains the cytoplasm and nucleus. So the cytoplasm is the part that gives it energy and whatnot, and the nucleus is what tells it to reproduce and stores the DNA. It will then continue through, once it's been at the cell body, through the next onset of dendrites, which take it to the CNS. Now, these cells are very thin. However, they are about a meter long. So, I mean, one cell is from the tip of your finger to your back. That's how long one of these cells are. They're pretty long. Anyhow, and then you have the motor cells. Motors move cars, and motor cells, they make the effectors create a response, which is basically they make shit move. So once the sensory cell sends its information to the intermediate cell or the relay cell that is found in the brain as well as your spinal cord, those cells send a commanding message back to the effector, so the muscle or gland, which goes through the many dendrites that are found on the head, so already on the cell body, right, of the cell, and they are transported through the axon. The axon then takes it down. Again, this is also about a meter long. Something I should point out, however, is it is called efferent. That is because it's going away from the CNS. Away is E, to is A. So afferent and efferent. Anyhow, after that, it takes it to the effector, and the effector creates a response.